So take two. A couple of additional thoughts on a story we did on the takeaway this morning. Joining us now is Fred Mogul, a healthcare reporter for WNYC, the radio station here in New York City. And we were talking about soap operas being used to deliver morally sensitive messages, in this case about safe sex, to teenagers on their cell phones. It's an actual real project from the National Institutes of Health. Describe, first of all, who's funding this.
Right, so there's the National Institute of Nursing, one of the divisions of NIH, $2 million grant. They did a pilot a couple of years ago, 45-minute pilot. Now they're rolling out, slowly, they're early in production, a dozen 15-minute installments. They're going to show them to 250 women. They're just going to see if they work in some sense. They're going to gauge their behavior sort of before, during, and after they watch these things, and then kind of see if these women get the message to use condoms. What they say distinguishes this from umpteen generations of sex ed films, you know, the corny things you see from the 50s, even the silent era. Like, cinema's barely a couple decades old and they have anti-VD movies. But they say what distinguishes this is their real-life stories, real-life women, they're workshopped and focus grouped. They come together from real women who have this experience of getting pressured to have sex without condoms.
And the stories are going to be seen, and here it's coming up on my iPhone here, and this is, I guess, the setting where young women would be watching these movies on a cell phone, not in a health class in a high school setting, not in a dark movie theater, but actually among their friends, among their peers, which might make the movie be more likely and the message more likely to stick. You described on the program this morning, I hear it's starting to roll, that this is like one step short of soft core.
Yeah, they want these
are serious
messages. To be realistic. I mean, their whole thing is that, you know, everyone knows rationally about condoms. You can't be a sentient being over the age of like 9 and not have heard a little bit, much to the chagrin of some part of the population, but I've heard a little bit about condoms, and people know they need to protect themselves. What they're trying to do is use drama and engage people and make this sort of must-see TV, and that people can watch whenever, wherever they want.
Wow, we've been together 5 years already.
Baby, I'm not cheating on you, and I do trust you.
Now, do you think kids, young people, are likely to follow the characters and the storylines, or are they just going to wait for the good parts and then just delete?
Well, I don't know how, if they're waiting for the good parts, they're not going to be that exciting. It's not for everyone. You know, if you or I were to watch it, you know, frankly, we might be hard-pressed to like make it past minute 2. It's not for us. It's for an urban woman population, female population, mostly minorities, African Americans, Latinas. They've got these social norms of machismo, and their menfolk, you know, want to, you know, not use condoms, and the women feel, you know, to keep their men, that they have to go along.
And this is a tension that doesn't just occur, and we also talked about this on the program, doesn't just occur in urban settings in the United States or rural settings in the United States. This has been tried to deliver these messages into a place where they're going to have an impact in places like India. And you alluded to one campaign which has actually worked in India, despite the fact that this is among the most morally sensitive issues to bring up in public.
Right. There's this theory called entertainment education that's been tried in different parts of mostly the developing world, Mexico, South Africa, Tanzania, India, to get people to really think and they say in the non-consciousness rational mode, to get them to unconsciously sort of think about how social roles are, and so they're working on getting people into birth control and decreasing domestic violence, dowries and bride prices and things like that, and to really, again, use drama and theater and reach sort of the primal soul of people to change paradigms.
And as we learned this morning, they've had some success in these areas in the developing world. The question is, do cell phones in the United States open a window on intelligent healthcare choices? And I guess that's what they're going to find out at Rutgers. Fred Mogul, thanks for joining us. Healthcare reporter for WNYC. Take two on the takeaway.